Good evening, everybody. It's Shelley Johns here from Gympie. I've been a Herbalife coach now for 28 years, and I've got Ross here as well.
Good evening.
I don't know why I always laugh when he does that. It's not that it's funny. It's just, I don't know. I'm just happy. I've had too much Gloline today. So tonight's call is all about the Dr. Dana Ryan tour. She's been touring Australia, finishes off in Perth this week, and then she's going to be at the World Team Retreat this weekend, which is really cool. I think everyone can say that they got a lot out of her training, and it was just good to have someone come in and talk about sports nutrition and how everyone can use that no matter what age and what activity. So I absolutely loved it. So we're going to just go through some feedback. So I'm going to start on the top of the list how I can see. Hopefully everyone's okay with that. So Lindy, you're at the top from what I can see. So you have to, I know you got to go first because you saw her in Sydney to start with, right?
Okay, yeah, I did, yeah.
So how long did it take you to drive there?
Well, I went the night before, but it's by the time, it's about a, I don't know, 3-hour drive, then 3/4 of an hour from Jill's in, so nearly 4 hours, I suppose, if I was to go straight through. And Homebush is really, and it's, yeah, just not the best of places to park. It's a bit hard sometimes, but, and particularly in the evening, it was an evening one, so I'm glad I stayed up the night before. It would have been a bit hard. It was great. She's just, she's this little pocket rocket with lots of energy, and sorry, I hope you can hear Josh behind. And I think she just made everything really relatable. I think that was, I think when everyone thinks about sports nutrition, they automatically think that it's for the athlete as opposed to someone who, sweats and moves is also good for them too. I like the way she kept, she was talking about Googling like the USA physical activity guidelines and some other things. If you wanted to research a little bit further, you could. There was just so much. It's just really hard to pick any one thing. Sort of knowing about, I think one of the things was getting information on glycogen and that being the body's gas tank, and that it only has 90 minutes worth of supply. So it's important to keep replenishing yourself if you going for any longer than that. And the mistakes that some women make is, in restricting calories, and they don't want to use weights because think they're going to get too muscly. And the most important thing of resting and making sure you at least have a couple of days break, because I think sometimes, you get so enthused with doing exercise that you just keep going and you don't give the body time to rest naturally. So that was really good. Oh God, I could go on, but everyone else has gone there too. So, and of course the really good thing is that you can't out exercise a bad diet. I like that. So maximum nutrients for maximum benefit. So I suppose that they were the few things that I was going to really get out of the whole thing. That probably would have been it. There was lots, but really that was, to put it more concisely, I think that's really what I came away with. And she was so approachable. I thought I'll just zip in there really quickly because I'm little, so I can scoot round to the front. Got first in line, got a photo, and she was lovely. And she'd only just got off the plane, so she'd only had about 3 hours sleep, so she did pretty well considering.
She did. So here's your photo with her. You look like you're the same height.
I know. I thought, if I had my hair dark, I might look like her. Hey.
So you're like sisters. So yeah, it was great that you got a photo with her. And thank you very much, Lindy. And well done on making the effort to get there, because it's not always easy, right? You're doing.
No, it's not. But once you're there, you feel good. It's just getting there. It's just, it's, I'm not saying getting out of your comfort zone, but you just have to make the decision. You just have to do it. It's invaluable going to something like this. So it's great.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Lindy.
That's all right.
So we've got Michael and Cara. So they're not the same height as Dr. Dana Ryan. Just a little bit taller. I know you snuck over and got a photo with her, which was great. And obviously she'd already gone by the time we kind of thought about that. So what did you get out of the Dr. Dana Ryan training?
Like Lindy said, there was heaps and heaps. One of the things I got, and I've actually already used, is the right nutrition at the right times. One of our clients does the exercise and whatnot mornings and nights, so we've just adjusted when she's having her shakes and meals and whatever else to try and combat with that. And, well, the big one which we aim for these days too is the sleep, the rest. That doesn't always happen, but aim for as much as you can, because that's what your body needs. So that, like I said, there's heaps and heaps, but they're probably the two main things that, well, I took away anyway.
Probably for me, it was the diets are all don't. Like, I've been on a lot of diets in my life, and it's all don't eat this, don't eat that, don't eat something else. Whereas a healthy, active lifestyle is all about do in moderation, do more, the healthy swaps. Like, it just gave a different perspective for me between a diet and what's a healthy lifestyle.
Absolutely. Well, thank you. That was great. It was good that you got a photo with her as well. Just fantastic. Rosemary, yeah, we saw you there, which was lovely. What did you get out of the Dr. Dana Ryan tour?
I just found her very so easy to listen to. I love the fact that she more or less said to me, I know to everyone else, but choose the things that you like to do, you know, in your exercise regime. The thing that she mentioned herself was she does not like to run. I must say I do some running, but I'm not that wrapped in it. And and she pointed out, you know, the calories that you burn even when you're, perhaps cleaning your house. There was quite a few calories that you actually burn at that particular time. And your yoga, and I love yoga, so for me, you know, I think it was about 300 calories for the hour. But the importance of protein, which I've been doing religiously anyway, post a workout. So I always do the Herbalife 24 rebuild within that half hour of doing yoga, Pilates, or maybe a walk, fast walk, or once the swimming, I'll start swimming. So that as well. So there was just so much that I took in. I had one of my members there as well, and I was quite surprised that she was really, she appreciated it as well. And I mean, she's a vegetarian, walks everywhere, hasn't got, I don't think, an ounce of fat on her. But she did very much. She pointed out how much she valued, that the whole, the talk that Dr. Ryan gave to us. So it was very valuable. Yeah, very.
Excellent. Thank you, Rosemary. Tricia, I know you got to go. We thought they were going to be working, but you managed to get there, which is fantastic. So what did you get out of Dr. Dana Ryan?
Okay, so that she said to us that even if you are just an active person, that you can go on the 24 range. You don't have to be a supreme athlete, that you can just take it, even if you're a gardener or whatever level of, if you sweat, you can take the 24 range. I took that she said the same as what she does with a client, that if she asks them, what do you want and what do you want to get out of what you do? So said to us that we can tailor that to our own clients. So we ask them, what do you want and what do you want to get from the program? And then we look at the products and we go, okay, this is what you want, and that's how we're going to get there.
Well, that's great. Really good points too, which is probably really our point of difference, isn't it?
Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you. Just so glad that you could make it.
Thank you.
So James and Amanda, this is your very first Herbalife event, which is really cool. So thank you for making the effort to drive there and organise the kids and everything, because I know what it's like to have to do that. So what did you think about your first Herbalife event?
It was pretty good. It was awesome. I look forward to going to more, that's for sure. As for what we got out of it, I think one of the things that I'd already been told in the past, but not necessarily always implemented, was the 20 to 40 grams of protein post-workout. I mean, that's obviously going to help your muscles retain and build. yeah, like there was plenty of other things, the micronutrients and all that sort of stuff. Getting plenty of colour on your plate when you're eating.
Yep.
And yeah, like I don't really know what else I could.
It's just lots.
There was plenty on that was said. I mean, some of it was confirming what I'd already thought, like not cutting too many carbs and stuff like that, because you need carbs to fuel your body. And I actually had a disagreement with a friend of mine online not that long before we went to that about cutting carbs and all the rest of it. Yeah. So, but yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Good. And what about you, Amanda?
Yeah, I probably got out, the amount of, just the calories that you burn off just from like doing simple tasks. Because, I just do simple tasks every day, just cleaning simply like that, just the amount that you burn off like that. Running around after the kids. And just all just the simple, the amount of calories that you can burn just from, vacuuming and mopping the floor. And it's just crazy. Didn't realise that.
So technically you're an athlete already.
Yeah.
So how cool is that? Well, thank you for coming along. We actually had a great turnout. It was so great to see so many people making effort to go and get all that information, so that guess what, we can bring it back and use it in our local area and help our clients. So Ross, what did you get out of Dr. Dana Ryan?
What did I get out of Dr. Dana Ryan? Those common mistakes that we all make.
Where are you?
Where are we? There we are. So the common mistakes we all make, and I've obviously been through a few, but one of the other big ones is what we look at times is because actually not eating enough. We try and starve ourselves to reduce weight when realistically we should be eating the right amount of food at the right time, and that's the big thing, the right amount of food at the right time. And because you need to build muscle, and it's the muscle building that burns the fat off. And like we've looked at it a couple of times where I know I've complained about, but I know I don't actually eat enough food, especially when I'm trying to build up at times. And that was really interesting to listen to. And the other one was really what the things that women don't do, you know what I mean? And, women avoiding protein as much as possible when they really shouldn't be. It was interesting to hear that. I actually hadn't heard that before. And the fact that it was great to hear about the bearing exercises for weight bearing. So, we want to avoid them, but like Dr. Dana Ryan said, we are both two different types of people. We are built to build muscle. You are built differently. So therefore it doesn't matter if you go and do that. You're not going to end up bulky unless you really actually put that extra work in. So that was quite interesting with that sort of stuff. And then, some of the top working out tips, it's basically eating the right amount of food at the right time. Is really what it comes down to.
Yep.
Putting the right nutrients in your body.
Cool. So we know that there were some people that couldn't get to see Dr. Dana Ryan. So I think I got 99% of the slides. So I just thought we'd run through them quickly because remember, this is going to be recorded, so it's something you can share with your members and team and even your clients, because I think there's some really good tips. You could sit down a recording and go through it with someone that wasn't able to go. So we actually did a sports nutrition workshop in Gympie the day after, because we normally would do it on the Saturday, but of course we didn't want to compete with Dr. Dana Ryan and we wanted to see her, so we were able to utilise some things she told us and then put that into the local event, which was a really great turnout, and I thought a fantastic success and lots of support. In fact, so many people that went on Saturday also came on Sunday, and we really, really appreciate that, because I know how hard it is sometimes to juggle family and kids and other commitments, and sometimes your weekend is the only time you have off to relax and unwind and get that quality family time. And so I just wanted to say how much we appreciate that you support those events and took the time to come along. Okay, so because we're doing it for you, we want to help you grow and we want to help your businesses grow as well. So thank you very much for coming on Sunday, everyone. So let's get on with the slides. I'm just going to click on and see how we go, and then we'll go through promotions. So she put up a slide basically of her background. So she said she's done a lot of study. She's been to university a lot, but basically her main thing was the PhD in physical activity, nutrition and wellness, and working with over 23 athletes and teams worldwide. So she spent like over 60% of her time traveling each year. So she said she spent a lot of time in hotel rooms, doesn't like going to the hotel gyms and things like that. So she'd set up this little obstacle course in her hotel room so that she could do her exercise in the hotel. I thought that was pretty cool, so we should try that this weekend in Manly. we can have an obstacle course in the 2 bedrooms.
Well, I imagine the girls will be able to let us run around after them, so that'll be fine.
That's right. So anyway, let's try that one. We can post that. So this was what you were all talking about, which I love too. So if you're moving your body and sweating, then you're using the same muscles as an athlete. So as Trish said, you can still use the H24 range no matter what. Here's all the different things. So Amanda said she's a professional cleaner, so cleaning burns 465 calories in 60 minutes. So I know Amanda's going, I know how many calories I burn each day now. Dancing, walking, gardening. We've got a lot of people that love their gardening. And this is something she said, that playing with the kids burns 315 calories in 45 minutes, but yoga burns 300 calories in 60 minutes. So never underestimate playing with the kids or the grandkids and how effective that can be. And so there's so many different ways that you can get active. So how cool is that? Some of the teams that she works with around the world, which is really cool. And it also includes locally in Australia, the Western Sydney Wanderers, who she's been working really closely with, and she went and saw when she was in Sydney as well. And just looking at the way they've improved since they've been adding in the H24. Some of the other athletes as well, LA Galaxy, Western Sydney Wanderers, and Cristiano Ronaldo. The Healthy Active Lifestyle Explained, and basically she was saying that diets don't work and a lifestyle is about what you can do, and I know someone mentioned that as well, so I really like that. It's like, don't tell me what you can't do, tell me what you can do, you know, and look at that lifestyle. And I love that everyone's starting to incorporate that into language on their posts. I've really noticed that. Cara and Michael and Trishy and James and Amanda, I've noticed that you've been adding those sort of languages in, which is fantastic to hear. I just love that. And I thought this was a fantastic slide, and there's a part 2 to it. So the benefits of a healthy, active lifestyle is improved confidence, that sense of well-being as well, reduce stress, and improve work-life productivity. So people that have a healthy, active lifestyle are going to be more productive, not just in their work life, but in their personal life as well. I've heard a lot of people mention that, you know, by being more active and having the good nutrition, they've got more energy, they've got more time for the kids, and they're more present in their lives, which, you know, we all really want to be. I know I've, that before photo of me when I was still like with 20 kilos overweight, I know I really wasn't present all the time with the girls because I was so tired. So now I feel like I can be more present for them. Obesity in Australia, so 12.5 million people. That gives us a lot of people to help. And of course, we'd love to reduce that number, but as the population expands, it means that we're never going to run out of people to help, basically. People are spending lots of money on vitamins and dietary supplements, $2.9 billion just in Australia. That's a lot. And she said, even though people are buying lots of that thing, it's not working because the stats of obese or overweight are going up. So it means that there's a disjoint in the type of products people are getting, and that whether it's working because they're just grabbing whatever, not really knowing what's working. So it's really important having that coach to client relationship so that you can guide them on the best choices and exactly how to use it and get them through those tough times. Sports nutrition, 1.1 billion in Australia, and now Australia is the 3rd largest sports nutrition market in the world. It's a growing industry, and people are just going in and buying stuff all the time, not really knowing what's good for them. Is it a good product? And, you know, you can actually help guide them on the quality of the H24 range, so that they can add it in. They don't have to be an athlete to add it into their nutrition range. So having that balanced lifestyle with the balanced nutrition, a healthy active lifestyle, and a personalized program, which is really important. And she was saying, I'm just having a quick look because I wrote really, really fast, but she was saying that the personalized program was really important because you're helping work out what's best for that person, and you're developing that relationship with them. So it's really about the personalization is so important, but so was developing the human relationship, which a lot of people don't get when they go into a store. They're just grabbing a product and they're walking out and they're not getting that relationship, which is so important. So finding your purpose, find your own, your athlete inside of you. a plan that works for you. So you can always progress or regress exercises to suit your current level of fitness. The duration and intensity of your workout should be tailored around what suits you and what feels good and what will keep you coming back for more. So I guess you want to make it fun, but you sort of want to challenge yourself at the same time. I know, Rosemary, you do swimming, you do walking, you do yoga, you do Pilates. So I guess that variety makes you feel like you can keep doing because you've got lots of things that you're working on. Cool. So for beginners, so if you're just starting out, it's okay. Focus on low impact activities, which means not lots of jumping and leaping, that sort of thing. Simple stretches. Practice basic form, so getting your form correct. This is so important, especially as we get older. You don't want to get injured. So if you have correct form, you're going to get even better results. You could actually do less and get better results by having correct form. And you can even Google it too. I've looked up a lot of YouTube videos and Googled, looked up Samantha Clayton, and she talks a lot about the correct form. Consistent activity habits, so setting a routine. That's why I love Fit Club, because it's at regular times. And it's good, and I go because everyone else is going, so it makes you accountable. And positive association with exercise. So you want to create, that's what I love about Fit Club too, it's social, everyone gets to catch up, you're having a shake afterwards, and or a smoothie I should say, but shake smoothie, and you know, it's friendship and it's fun and the kids can come, so that's it's creating really positive associations with exercise, and there's music and we will all have a good time. So a day as an athlete. So just think of you as an athlete and the right nutrients at the right time. So that's what Michael's talking about. And then eating with a purpose. Which I think I've never had a problem eating with a purpose. Something I'm really good at. So protein is made up of 21 amino acids in total. And basically 9 are essential. And 12 are non-essential. So the 12 can be made by the body, the non-essential, but the 9 essential has to be consumed in the diet, so through supplementation and food. So it's really important people understand this. And she was saying that the soy protein, so Herbalife has soy protein isolate, which is one of the most complete proteins that you can get on the market. So it's quite amazing. It gives you everything that your body needs. So obviously there's 3 reasons why people want protein. The main one is this, which James was saying, that 20 to 40 grams of high quality protein to maximize the stimulants with muscle protein synthesis. Dude, that's a mouthful. It's like a tongue twister. So while we're moving, and especially while we exercise, muscle fibers break down. And guess what? They're meant to break down. We're supposed to damage the muscle fibers so they can build back up again and make bigger muscle. So this is great. This is a positive. And then you want to be able to maximize the potential muscle growth you need to provide your bodies with adequate protein throughout the day. So making sure you get enough protein, that's why the rebuild strength is so great. And so most people are wanting to build that lean muscle. For weight loss, it helps to satisfy hunger. We know that protein-based snacks and meals help you feel fuller for longer, so this is really important. And by consuming protein and building muscle, you increase your metabolism as well. So the more muscle you have, you get fat burning mode quicker. So it's a really positive thing. And then increasing your metabolism helps you to burn calories faster and ultimately helps you shed the pounds and decrease body fat percentage as well. So that's pretty cool. And then one of the things she talked about, which she's really passionate about, is protein for aging. And sometimes we miss this one. And we are in an aging population. Australia is, and a lot of the areas that we live in. So this is a really important factor. I mean, you look at Rosemary's results being in her 70s and how active she is, and the results you've had have been fantastic. So, you know, we all want to be healthier and happier when we're in our 70s and 80s and beyond. And we know that as people age, they lose muscle mass. So maintaining muscle mass is critical for maintaining function as we age, our whole body's function. And balance is really important. And I know that Dr. Dana Ryan was saying as people lose muscle mass in their legs and their core, they get more unstable and more likely to have a fall. So you want to maintain that muscle mass and help them be active. And it's never too late to increase your protein intake and help protect your body as you age. So it means even someone in their 70s could start, like Helen has, and increase their muscle, which is really cool. So eat protein throughout the day. So these are some examples. Having your Herbalife Nutrition smoothie for breakfast. And I saw quite a few people prepping their smoothies this morning on Facebook. So well done, everyone. Some sort of protein snack or vegetable or fruit for the morning. And if you're on maintenance or good health program, then you could have some sort of protein for lunch or another Herbalife Nutrition smoothie, protein bar or some sort of protein snack in the afternoon, and the same thing, some sort of lean protein for dinner. So you're getting plenty of protein. You should be completely satisfied, but you're getting variety at the same time. And of course, you'd add that with your water and your Herbalife supplements as well. Carbohydrates, she said that carbs get a bit of a bad rap, and James was just talking about this. You know, it's quite easy to get into a discussion about carbs. She said, but we actually need it. We need it for fuel for our bodies, and it's such a major nutrient group, and it provides energy to the body as glucose for the blood sugar. So it's really important that we have good quality carbs, and we know that the Herbalife Formula Ones have a lot of that already in it. So why do we need carbs? The primary source of the fuel for the body, provides phytonutrients and antioxidants, really, really important for our health and immune system as well. Provides fiber. Of course, most adults don't get enough fiber, and we need at least 25 grams per day, and it helps to satisfy hunger. So that's the right quality carbs. What is fat? It's a major nutrient like carbohydrates and protein, and we need small amounts in the diet. And basically, our fat supplies give us energy to the body. So, and we want to put the right fats in, but of course, it's really easy because you're looking at this slide. But
It's really easy to put lots of omega-6 stuff in. Absolutely.
So the stuff on the left is really easy to grab and eat on the run. It's all pre-packaged. It tastes great, but it's got too much of the stuff we don't need, which is omega-6, which obviously puts you at a high risk of cardiovascular disease. And then we need more of the things on the right, which is your omega-3 from salmon and from vegetables, from nuts and seeds, and things like the Herbalife line as well. So we've got to make sure we're having more omega-3 in our diets, and that will give us good quality fuel. So choose from these sources. I love olive oil, avocados, the Herbalife line. There's lots and lots to choose from, good quality fish and nuts and seeds. Vitamins and minerals, so the micronutrients needed in very small amounts by the body. They cannot be made by the body, and it must be provided by the diet. So you can see some of the examples here. And we know that our Formula 2 multivitamin complex has all that balanced nutrition, goes with the Formula 1 to create that cellular nutrition, so we know how important that is. And she was also saying that sometimes you need to take more of these. So there's more vitamins and minerals in the Formula 1 sport because someone that's exercising is putting their body under more stress, so they need more. And and also she said with the multivitamin complex that sometimes if you're having a particular busy day or you've got a big workload or you're doing more exercise, you may need to take more, and that's okay too. Start your day with a good quality breakfast. So I like the look of that. I love all that sort of food. And you know what, if I was having a healthy breakfast like that, then I know that I could still have my Herbalife smoothie for lunch, and for dinner I could swap it around if I wish to. So anyone that loves breakfast, you don't have to miss out on your brekkie. The Formula 1 Sport, so we know this is such a great product, and you've got your H24 brochures that has all the facts about the product. But the Formula 1 Sport definitely has the right sort of proteins. It's only got 1 gram of lactose, so it doesn't matter if someone's lactose intolerant. And it's got more vitamins and minerals that your body needs, and giving you 19 grams of protein. Plus, it's prohibited substance tested, so it's got no banned substance in it whatsoever. And it tastes great too. What is a pre-workout? It tops off your glycogen storage, raises the blood sugar, properly hydrate, enhance mental focus, and support healthy blood flow. So it's really important with your pre-workout that you have a good quality one. So the Lift Off obviously is one of her favorites. It's only got 10 calories, it tastes great, it's fizzy, it's got all your B vitamins, and just having that before your workout is going to give you that energy you need to get through your workout and give you that better mental focus as well. So if you're playing sport or a game, it would be a good benefit too. During your workout, you want to provide your body with adequate fuel, minimize muscle breakdown, and enhance recovery time. So she said a lot of people that are having liquid calories, like a coffee, soft drinks and alcohol. Look, there's nothing wrong with that in moderation. So I'm not saying cut that out. I'm just saying cut back. So for example, if you're having 6 cups of coffee a day, maybe go to 2. If you're having a soft drink each day, maybe just have it a couple of times a week. And the same thing with alcohol. If you're having 1 or 2 alcoholic drinks at night, maybe just cut it down to 1 or every second night or something like that. It's all about just cutting back. Everything is absolutely fine in moderation. So, but have a think about the sort of calories, and she called them empty calories, didn't she?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So water makes up 60 to 70% of your body weight, and she said that if you are only 1 or 2% dehydrated, it will affect your performance dramatically. So make sure you do not get dehydrated. Then she was talking about, this is about as scientific as she got, the carbohydrates that you need as your exercise intensifies. So she's saying that you need carbohydrates. It should be your first energy choice, like something like your CR7 drive, and you're utilizing extensively during the high intensity workouts. And it helps you to maintain glucose levels. So it's going to keep you sustained. A lot of people are saying, I don't know, so the CR7, a lot of people are saying that they won't get as many leg cramps during the workouts, which is great. And they were able to go for longer and not fizzle out at the end. So that's really important as well. So it's contemporary sports drink, has a lot of electrolytes, no artificial flavors or sweeteners, lightly flavored with that acacia berry flavor. It makes nice icy poles and jelly, apparently. And it's only 50 calories per serving, so it's not too high in calories. Like I know Cara was talking about that comparison with the sports drinks and things like that, and knowing that it's so low in calories, but it's giving you so much that your body needs. So we will definitely do that one. So post-workout, after you've worked out, you want to replenish your glycogen levels and blood sugar, promote muscle synthesis, and rehydrate. I'm doing well with the,
you are.
with the big words. So these are all things that are really, really important. And a lot of people just have a bottle of water after their workout and off they go, and they're forgetting some really key things. So proteins, the third choice of the body for energy, which is interesting. 20 to 40 grams of high quality protein, which James was talking about, consumed in conjunction with carbohydrates post-exercise. So you want to have carbs and proteins for recovery. So this is the one here. So it's saying that the protein intake, I actually can't remember what this one was for. Can you remember?
It's your muscles versus your protein intake. So depending on how you're training, your intensity and what level. But realistically, the maximum is 40.
Okay.
Right. So depending on your intensity, so if you're a high level extreme athlete,
yep,
you probably are looking to take up around that 40 grams. The average person is about 20. And if you take the rebuild, which is on the next slide, the 2 scoops of rebuild will give you your 24.
Right.
Because realistically, if you break over the 40 grams, you're just wasting it.
Yep.
It doesn't have any benefit to you whatsoever.
Cool. So that's right. So I would actually have the rebuild is I would have 1 scoop in 140 mils of water because I probably don't need as much protein, whereas someone that's maybe a bigger muscle mass and maybe doing a more intense workout would have 2 scoops.
Well, like when I push myself, I always go and take 2 scoops. I always try and get to that full level of that.
Okay. That was the only question I didn't ask, because if you take 2 scoops, that's 50, and she was saying the sweet spot is at 40.
No, 2 scoops of your rebuild is 25.
Oh, right. Okay. Sorry.
1 is technically 12.5.
Okay. Sorry.
So if you needed more, you could have more scoops.
So it recommends you to take the 2 scoops to get you over the 20, to get you into the 25 gram scenario.
Cool. And it tastes yummy, and it makes nice pikelets. So thank you, Cara, for making rebuild strength pikelets on Sunday. They were amazing. They were a bit moreish. So
there's none left.
That's right. Yeah, you ate them all. So overnight recovery. So this is something we don't often think about, is that once you've been working out, and particularly if you do a lot of working out or walking or anything physical with your job, that the recovery overnight is so important. So often I'll do a little mini Herbalife nutrition smoothie before I go to bed. Sometimes if I think I've had a really full-on week or day, extra formula 2 multivitamin complexes and things like that, and a glass of aloe. You know, I'm thinking about those phytonutrients to help with recovery. My cells are turning over at night, so I want to get the maximum benefit for that. So you want to reduce inflammation, something like the joint support, Extra Cal, Herbal Lifeline, they're all fantastic. Combat oxidative stress. So when you exercise and the more physical you are, you put your body under stress and there's more free radicals in your body. So you need more antioxidants, something like the Rose Guard. And actually there's a lot of antioxidants in a lot of the products. So you want to make sure that you're getting plenty of antioxidants. The instant herbal beverage is good, but often I won't have that late at night because I don't want it to keep me up. And then you want to prepare your body for the next day. So make sure you really top up at night if you need to. I don't tend to have a lot of the energy products before I go to bed. Sometimes I might have an NRG, but I make sure I'm going to bed straight away. I don't get up and do anything. So make sure you're using everything you can to recover overnight as well. So getting enough sleep, this is probably something that I definitely don't do enough of. I probably I would get anywhere from 5 to 6 hours a night, I think, but not always in the same block. So this 8-hour thing's going to be kind of a challenge for me. But sometimes what I'll do is I might do my 6, and then maybe every couple of days I'll have like a little power nap where I just go and just be really quiet and still for half an hour or so, and that seems to top me up. So I think you've just got to do what you got to do, especially when you've got kids and other things as well. So we know that insufficient sleep can sabotage you know, what you're doing, because if you're tired, you tend to be less motivated and you might just skip something. Oh, I won't do that today. I'll just grab that and eat on the run. So making sure you look after yourself and top yourself up first and just do what you can do. And we know that can help improve your body composition. It can improve your mood. So it can help with a lot of things. And as she says on the bottom, most people just want to grab that sugary, caffeinated snack or drink to help pick them up. And we know we've got some really healthy alternatives to help people. So that's the sleep one. Common mistakes, I know we're talking about this. Only eating protein at night, that we actually still need good quality carbohydrates as well. Not hydrating throughout the day, so making sure whether it's summer or winter, you know, you still need to keep hydrated. Eliminating carbohydrates totally, don't do that. We need carbs, it's really important. Not eating enough and not eating after a workout, so a lot of people just have that bottle of water, and women think often, oh, if I don't eat, then we'll go to that. And the other one was not eating enough, so making sure if you're trying to put on muscle that you are having enough snacks and meals. So if I'm getting someone to try and gain weight, and I've got a couple of people at the moment I'm trying to help put on weight, they should have their breakfast, then a Herbie nutrition shake afterwards, a snack, then their lunch, a Herbal Life shake afterwards, another snack in the afternoon, and then their meal and an optional shake after that. And it may take them a couple of weeks to build up to that. They might not be able to consume all that to start with, but you need to get them in that good habit of not having a shake first so that they're not hungry and then have their meal. So that's really important. And making sure you have some rest days. I know a few people that don't do the rest day thing. For women, yes, restricting calorie intake. How many of us have tried to starve ourselves to lose weight in the past before Herbalife? We don't need to do that anymore. And not doing enough weight-bearing exercises. So we're not going to turn into Arnold Schwarzenegger. So doing some nice weightlifting is going to give us toned, lean muscles. That's what Dr. Dana said. We're going to get leaner. So I want to do that. And avoiding protein. I don't think I could avoid protein if I tried, but a lot of people do. And you know, protein's so good for you if you get the right quality and quantity. So 5 top workout tips. How are we going on time? Doing great. Eating right, staying hydrated, getting rest. So having a rest day in between, or days in between your workouts, getting enough sleep, and lifting weights. So I thought they were pretty cool workout tips. And that was basically the Dr. Dana Ryan slides. So I might have missed a couple in that, but I think I got most of them. So I hope you got a lot out of that training, especially the people that weren't able to be there. And if you want to use this recording to sit down with someone and show them, I would definitely recommend it. And then you can go through your notes that you took and go through your tips and things as well. That's what I'd recommend doing.
The other thing that I picked up too is when she talked about lifting weights, you don't have to go to a gym, because she used the fact that the product's already in your house. Go and pick up the sauce bottle. Go and pick up your pasta sauce bottle, and it's half a kilo. When you go to the gym, some people would only lift half a kilo anyway.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? You can utilize whatever's in your house. Like you said, pick up the bag of dog food if you have to, if you want to be heavier. There is plenty of stuff around our own homes that we can utilise that can help us lift the weight. We don't have to go on, oh my God, I've got to go to the gym. Everything's at home, it's already there.
Absolutely. And, you can make it fun too.
And the other thing she said too is trying to make sure if you've got new people, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, okay.
Giving someone a menu plan to check off everything, just don't assume that they know, and make sure that they hit their goals. And by giving them a menu plan, they can pretty well do that until they get into a pattern of making the right choices.
Yep.
Sorry, I was just looking at my notes.
There's some great brochures Herbalife has out too. The nutrition guide's got a 7-day menu plan example in the back, and I think that's really handy. Plus you can Google a lot of them too. But she said you don't the lifestyle that we live, so the one you want to create, you want to allow it to help you perform at your best. And the body's designed to move, but we've just created an environment that goes against what the body needs. So we've got to be really aware of that with all the technology. It makes it very easy for us not to move as much. She said the human body is a holistic organism, which I thought was really interesting. And definitely to think of yourself as an athlete. And no matter what age or level activity, change the way you look at yourself and change the way you think about yourself. The diets don't work. It's that healthy, active lifestyle. It's not a one-size-fits-all. Do the things you love. Start slow and celebrate the successes along the way. So it's so important to have small goals along the way to your bigger goals. Definitely set big goals, but have those small as well. And don't just track your weight. Look at improvements in your fitness. Oh, wow, I did 5 push-ups that time. Now I can do 10, like those small milestones as well. And that your cardiovascular fitness affects your overall health. That's a good reason to do cardio.
Cardio? What's cardio?
Muscle weighs more than fat, so make sure you track other things along the way, like your clothing, centimeters, body composition, and then look at what a whole day looks like as an athlete, the right nutrients at the right time, and that eating with a purpose to help you achieve your goals. She said if you eat a hamburger and French fries, you have to run for 2 hours to burn it off. I thought that was very interesting. So thinking about what you eat and are you doing enough activity to balance that up? And protein's just like a puzzle with that 21 amino acids. The body always adapts to change, and it's never too late to make those changes and get started. So especially if you're helping people in their 60s and 70s and 80s, make sure you encourage them and know that they're always going to be able to make progress, and it's all about balance. A colourful plate, which I know James mentioned as well. Just going through, there was one thing she was talking about, I'm just trying to find it. The oxygen demand increase with exercise. So as you exercise, the oxygen your body needs increases. And she said that sometimes when you feel like you start running and you just feel like, I feel so tired and sluggish and I can't get going. She said that's the lag time, the oxygen deficit, and it can be anywhere from 45 seconds to a minute. And then once your body catches up and you hit your stride, the oxygen is actually already catching up and you're getting it into your body as it needs. And it's really important then that you have your carbs and your protein as well to help fuel your body, to help with that oxygen storage as well. But to remember that if you're stopping and starting, running and jogging or walking or playing in a game, that's going to happen where that oxygen deficit will happen regularly. So you've got to counteract that with good nutrition as well. And I think that was probably most of it. So was there anything that anyone wanted to add in before we go on to promotions? Cool. Okay, let me click. Cool. So the STSs are coming up around Australia and worldwide. So you've got to think, who do I know? And this is going to happen as your teams grow and expand. You end up with people not just locally. Like I know, Rosemary, you've got people in India. It doesn't take much. And that was from people you knew here in Brisbane that were from India, and then they knew people in India. And so it doesn't take much for your business to expand internationally with people knowing people and the way the world works and social media. So make sure you know you can plug them in. So one, you can invite guests to the Herbalife Opportunity Meeting at the STS. So if you think, oh, I've got someone I know in Melbourne or I know someone in New Zealand, we can make sure we can find someone to look after them for you. Okay, so just, start thinking, work local but think global. So we've got for Brisbane, I know we've got Glen Marine in Sydney, which Lindy reminded me, so thank you, Lindy, for that. But in Brisbane, we've got Stephen Nunn, who's him and his wife, they've just had a little baby, and he's going to be coming and sharing his journey of what's happened to him. They're based in Sydney, so they'll be coming to Brisbane. And Glen Marine's based on the Gold Coast, and he'll be going to Sydney. So that's really interesting. So you can go to brisbanests.com to book your ticket. If you're a new member, you've got a ticket to attend for free for you and your partner. So I think that's pretty cool. Did anyone have anything to add about the STSs?
Just Stephen's awesome. You'll like him. He's really good. So, and you might even get a cuddle of Bubby too. So she's the easiest little bub.
Oh,
yeah.
So if anyone's clucky, please come to Brisbane.
I'll plug her.
Thank you, Lindy. So our local Let's Go event, obviously we had one on Sunday. So our next one, we've got Mark Paulson coming to Gympie. So who do you know in Gympie? This is definitely going to be a fantastic event in October the 5th from 12 to 3. So he was a carpenter and basically is now as a multi-millionaire, and he's going to be teaching you how to build a multi-million-dollar income in the wellness industry. And we all know Mark, he's doesn't sugarcoat anything. He tells it as it is. He's very strong. He's great at the business and business building, and he's been in the company now for 35 years. So he reminds me so much of my sponsor, Merv. Really, really similar personality types. And I think you're going to get a lot out of Mark. So I definitely would be coming, and I would be bringing as many people as you can, because there will definitely be an opportunity to for the business, and Mark share his story. He's going to do a member training, and he's also going to do a special leadership training for us as well. So this is open to any fully qualified supervisors and members who achieve 1,000 volume points in September and up until the 5th of October. So you just need to give proof of your volume, which is we can obviously look up if you're an organisation, but if you're not, just take a screenshot of your volume. But all I can say is, just for example, if you're someone that maybe does around 500 volume points regularly, all you've got to do is find someone and teach them to do 500, and there's your 1,000 done, just saying. So, and it's the same thing. That's how you get supervisor, and that's how you get basically anywhere. It's just teaching people what you've already done yourself. So I'm pretty excited about this. Did you have anything else to add?
No, you covered that very well.
Cool. So the Spectacular, it's in January, the 17th to the 19th. Put this in your diary. Even if you're thinking, oh, I can't get there, or what's that? I don't even know what that is. Just put it in your diary and have the intention of going. It's basically all of Australia and New Zealand coming together. It's a huge celebration, lots of training, lots of recognition, special guest speakers. Usually there's a doctor flown in. We actually had Dr. Dana Ryan in January, and I know when we went to the extravaganza, we had Luigi Grattan and quite a few other ones as well. So you're going to learn a lot. You're going to be inspired. There's lots of things to qualify for, special merchandise. There's a party on the Saturday night that's usually themed. So there's lots and lots of reasons to go. And you can get a team together. I know a lot of the New Zealanders all pile into their hotel room and all share and make a real fun holiday of it. And then the qualifications for the VIP seating and qualifiers evening have come up as well. So I would print that flyer out, and if you're interested in going for that, let us know, and we can help you put a plan in place. If you're interested in going to Spectacular and you're not sure how to get there, we can show you how to go on profit. So if you want to do that, let us know, and we're happy to help you do that.
And remember, Spectacular is open to every single member.
Yep.
You could have become a member the day before, and you could go and yourself a ticket to a Spectacular and go to Spectacular. You do not have to be any level of anything. You just need to be a member.
Yep. Well, Sophie, who's Joanna Gwinnet's sister, went for that reason. She'd only just got started. She went just to go to the party, and now they get $2,500 on about $8,000 a month. And she just went to go to the party, wasn't interested in doing it as a business at all. So you never know what you're going to hear and what you're going to see. And sometimes you've got to borrow someone else's vision and eyes to see more. And all I can say is, what have you got to lose by going? You know, what if it was the one thing that made the difference in your future, and to help you, just propel you along. So that's all I can say.
Absolutely.
So I think that's it. I think I've got a Mark Hughes quote. you can conquer anything in your life you want to if you just keep working on yourself. And I know Jim Rohn says that. I've just read that in his book last night. If you work harder on yourself than you do on your job, that you can achieve anything. And I think it's very easy not to work on ourselves.
Absolutely.
To get busy doing everything else. But if you put that time and energy into working on you, learning, growing, developing, we can all improve all the time, and just be better with people and your people skills. That's probably the one thing I've had to work on a lot, get over my shyness.
You're shy?
Yep, I was really shy.
Right.
And I know it doesn't sound like it, but I was. And, anyone can overcome anything if they want to. And you know what? We want the best for you. We want you to achieve whatever it is that you want in your life. We really do want that. So I'm just going to stop sharing so we can see our amazing mastermind group. Oh, Carol, I didn't get to see that you were on. Sorry, darling. So thank you for being on the call, Carol. Thank you, guys. Yes, I am still recording. Thanks for being on the call tonight. I will stop recording in a second and we can have a bit of a share if you like. So give me 2 seconds. We'll finish recording. So, and where is that? There's the recording there. Okay. Cool. And we'll finish.